Dairy farmers are among the original recyclers in our society. They not only do it to preserve and protect our environment, they recycle because it simply makes financial sense and contributes to their farm's sustainability. One of the most important resources on a farm is water. First and foremost, it is used for the cows to drink, but it's also used to clean up the parlor, clean out walking lanes in the barn, it's used in misters and cooling fans in the barn when it gets hot, and it is also used to cool down milk before it reaches the bulk tank. Water isn't free, and it's a relatively finite amount, so getting the most out of each gallon is paramount on farms. Sand and wood shavings from the freestyle barns are often recycled. They can be rinsed with water, and then special presses can remove the manure and moisture from the bedding. Then it can be dried out and reused in the barn. Most farmers will tell you that cows are great at two things: making milk and making manure. We know what happens to the milk, but manure is becoming a big part of the sustainability story. Many farmers already use manure to provide a source of nutrients for their crops. They have special tractors with tanks and hoses that can spread the nutrients right on their fields. This is a very popular way of getting extra value from all that cow manure, and it saves a lot of money from having to buy fertilizers. But some farmers are putting that waste right to work on their farms, in the form of energy and electricity. There are devices called methane digesters, which can take the raw manure, combine it with specialized bacteria, and produce methane gas. That methane gas is then used to power generators, which produce electricity. That electricity is then used to power all sorts of things around the farm, making it virtually self-sufficient. But also this valuable resource can be sent back to the grid and sold by power companies to the farmers' neighbors. Some farmers are also taking advantage of all the acreage they have that can't be used for crops or grazing, or even the tops of their barns, and they're turning them into solar farms. They're putting up solar arrays on the land or panels on top of their barns or other buildings and harnessing the rays of the sun to power up their farms, equipment, and homes. A couple other practices that have been used for years because of their environmental benefits are no-till or low-till farming, which can be used in conjunction with cover crops. No or low-till farming simply means that after a harvest, whatever organic matter remains in the field is allowed to decompose with very little tilling or amending. Then seeds of whatever the next crop is will be put right into the ground, with the previous crop's decaying organic matter serving as fertilizer and protection from erosion. Also, special cover crops can be planted over a harvested field, such as certain types of grass or even another crop, but it protects the soil from water or wind erosion, and also adds nutrients like carbon and nitrogen back into the soil. All of these together can improve the overall health of the soil for current and future plantings. These practices all sound green and environmentally friendly, and they are, but farmers simply think of them as good business practices because they're taking advantage of what they already have around them and using it to make money or save it. Farmers are well aware that they have to take special measures to protect the air, water, and land they're on so that it's safe and productive for the cattle, but also so that it can be passed on to future generations, just like the generations did before them.